features with Livingston and Tangela too, and our host Vincent Van Dahl, and he brings it to ya. Creature features and all creatures and all features, and the creature gonna get you tonight. You better not turn out your bedroom light. He'll grab your head and give it such a bite. You may even die, just from a fright. You ain't nothing gonna be, baby. You ain't nothing gonna be alright. Cause the creature gonna get you, baby. Don't get you tonight.
Hello world, hear the song that we're singing. Come on, get happy. A whole lot of loving is what we'll be bringing. We'll make you happy.
With all due respect, neither of you make me happy.
I'm beginning to sense that a younger version of Mr. Livingston did neither partake in nor enjoy the wonderful television program titled The Partridge Family during the 1970s.
Hardly.
Welcome to Creature Features. The man stood front and center doing a passable impression of the late David Cassidy would be me, your humble host, Vincent Van Dahl. And the dancing darling to this side, whose graceful sachet is second only to her ability to properly wire an explosive triggering mechanism, would be my delightful housemate, Tangela. And you've already met my perpetually glum butler, the otherwise soft-spoken Mr. Livingston. And do we have a super fantastic and incredibly brilliant program in store just for you? As alluded to during our previous musical number, it shall be a night of Partridge Family delight as we welcome our guest for the first time on Creature Features, Mr. Brian Forster. He played the drummer Chris on the show, and he'll tell us what it was like growing up traveling in a multicolored school bus and doing musical gigs with luminaries such as the Brady Bunch. He'll also chime in about tonight's film, which is Satan's Triangle from 1975. Starring Doug McClure, Kim Novak, and Alejandro Rey. This is a fabulous film which explores the tale of a fishing trip that goes awry in the Bermuda Triangle. No, I will not tell them about the part where the skipper is floating in the air simply because he was impaled by the marlin stored in the pantry. There shall be no spoilers on this show tonight. So don't go away, for it is to be another night of satanic Partridge Family fright, right here on Creature Features.
Marlin?
It's a big blue fish with a pokey thing in its snout. Stay tuned. It's Creature Feature. You know, I was going to sing a Partridge Family song, and I won't. Already did. No, I insulted Livingston when I did that.
Can't do that.
No, and you're the drummer anyways. Singing was not.
That's right.
No,
it's all about the drumming. I keep the beat, keep the rhythm.
But that wasn't a passing. You're a race car driver now. We're going to talk about that. Anyways,
right.
Welcome to Creature Features. It's a wonderful night. It's Saturday night, or if you're watching afterwards, it's not. But we've got Brian Forster with us, and if you don't know that name, we're going to educate you. Because if you're not into race cars or Partridge Family, then I don't know what to say about you. But you're going to love tonight's film, Satan's Triangle.
Satan's Triangle.
Have you seen it?
I have.
And did you like it?
I did. It's wonderful. Did you know who the executive producer?
Executive producer.
Paul Younger Witt.
Right.
Who was one of the producers on The Partridge Family.
You know, I'd like to say I planned that, but I didn't.
Oh.
No.
I thought you did.
So you knew the bloke?
I did, briefly.
Right.
But I was so young, I don't know.
Right.
He just signs the paycheck. That's the important part.
Oh, no, that is quite important. Do you still get residuals from this?
Not really.
No.
And besides what I get, very small, very small.
No. So, that's one thing I notice is Hollywood mistreated its young back in those days.
Yeah. They've been known to eat their young even.
Right. No.
Yes.
But the ones they did not eat, they mistreated financially. So we'll talk about that too. Anyways, so this is a fun movie. This has got Doug McClure. Did you ever meet him?
I did not.
He seemed like a nice guy. He's dead,
He is.
Yeah, no, it's too
It'll
bad.
happen.
No more movies from Doug McClure, but the ones he did were rather wonderful. And I think I met his son once down in Hollywood. He was an actor on one of the Star Trek shows, Enterprise.
Ah, all right.
At least I think he was. Maybe he wasn't. I don't know.
And then, of course, Kim Novak.
Kim Novak.
Yeah.
You've met Kim Novak.
No, I haven't. Sorry.
Neither have I. No, Kim Novak. She looks different now.
Well, she might.
Right.
Yeah.
No. She went for the whole plastic surgery thing, and she's.
She went a little crazy there, didn't she?
She went quite crazy. It's sad. She was such a beautiful woman. Even as an older woman, she was a beautiful woman. But
Yeah.
things happen. All right. What do you say we start this film, and when we come back, let's find out everything
All
about
right.
Brian Forster.
Let's do it.
All right, off we go. Satan's Triangle, 1975. And don't get too scared. It's not that spooky.
Hello, YouTube viewers. Have you subscribed yet? I see a few of you have forgotten to do so. I am somewhat disappointed. Please subscribe. Thank you.
I love Doug McClure. He was such a fine thespian. Did you ever see a film called The Birdman?
I did not.
It's a wonderful film. It was about Colditz Castle.
No wonder you would love that.
No.
That would be
It
great.
was a World War II film, and all these prisoners of war are in a castle, and they build a glider. And he was the star of
That
that
sounds
film.
good.
No, it was a good
And
movie.
wasn't he in one of the old westerns?
I think he was in all of them.
Well, maybe all of them. Why
yeah.
stop at one?
No, he was quite versatile.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're here to talk about you, Brian Forster. So, the Partridge Family. You're a child actor. How'd you get this gig?
Well, I started in commercials at age 7.
Right.
Did a whole bunch of commercials. Then I did a safety film for the auto club called
Nice.
The Talking Car. And
really?
that became basically my audition reel.
Oh, my
Now, I think
goodness.
it's very funny that I went from this film, The Talking Car, safety film,
Right.
to racing cars. So it made sense.
This is what you do now, right?
That's what I do now.
How wonderful. How wonderful. But did your agent call and say, hey, there's this new TV show?
Oh, I just went on an audition. Well, actually, for Partridge, I didn't. They actually asked for me. But I had done so many auditions. I used to see, the middle son on the Brady Bunch,
So there's Greg and Peter.
Peter. And
Right.
he and I we'd go and interview, constantly run into each other. Then he
Right.
gets on Brady Bunch, I get on Partridge. But for the actual Partridge Family, no, I was like basically just me they asked for.
So did Peter audition for the Partridge Family?
No, he was
Yeah.
already on Brady Bunch. He already had his own gig going.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Because that program was basically in the 70s, right?
Yeah.
Whereas Brady
Late
Bunch
60s,
started in the 60s.
69, I think.
Right.
Something like that.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a wonderful program. I watched it as a child.
Very
Yeah,
good.
I love
Glad to
that
hear
program.
it.
And Susan Day. Oh my goodness.
Susan.
She must have been wonderful to look at all day long.
Oh, well done. Well done.
That's what I do. That's what I
Yeah.
do. So you got the gig, and you probably thought, all right, this is going to be like the commercial, so I'm going to do this for a while, and that's it. You didn't think it was going to be that big of a thing, did
Oh, I don't know. I had a feeling that was gonna be
But you
a
did.
good paycheck for a while.
you?
So
Right. So you played the drums. Did you actually play drums before?
no, I didn't.
You had to learn.
They hired a studio musician,
Right.
bought me a drum set, and
Right.
he showed me the basics, and I started learning as I went.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah.
You know, I watched a program last night just to sort of catch up, and you're doing real work there.
Well, thank you.
Right.
You know, it's funny because Susan Day, she's doing her thing like this. And what the audience doesn't see is the cord that goes back around here and doesn't go anywhere.
Oh, no.
So, when you're doing the drums, you got to be able to,
That's right.
You're seeing them.
There's no faking it.
You got to be somewhat on.
That cymbal, it's got to be hit when the cymbal is hit.
Exactly.
Yeah, you did a good job. All right, well, we say we get back to this film, and when we come back, you've got an amazing lineage I want to talk about.
All right.
All right?
Let's talk about it.
Off we go to Satan's Triangle, and we'll be back shortly. Don't go away, please. See you soon.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Not now. Stay tuned. This portion of Creature Features is brought to you by CreatureFeatureStore.com, the official merchandiser of Creature Feature accessories.
Welcome back. We'll get back to Satan's Triangle in a moment, but first we've got to do some mail, and Mr. Forster had to step away. He had to take a call from his butler. He's got one too.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't think his has a bad attitude like you.
Thank you.
No, he sounded polite on the telephone.
Did he now?
He did. How are you, Mr. Livingston?
I was very well.
Oh, all right. How about some mail?
Mail. Carl from Utah.
Carl from Utah. We've heard from Carl before.
I believe so. His daughter, anyway.
Greetings, people of Polter Manor. That would include Tangella. She's one of the people of Polter Manor. But she's one of the more unusual people, is she not?
Most unusual.
Mm-hmm. My youngest daughter and I watch Creature Features every Saturday. She remembers in July 2021 when you showed some of her artwork back on episode 239. See, I told you. That's almost exactly 100 episodes ago.
Almost.
Almost. Every once in a while, she would ask me to pull up the YouTube video to play that moment again. She had the idea to drop another piece of artwork to show you how much she has progressed since then. I was able to get it scanned so I could send it to you. Please see the attached image. Oh, this is wonderful. She's good. Look.
She is improving.
Yeah, she is. Look at this. We're going to put a big one up. Very nice. Is that rain? Oh, my goodness. We're having a storm out here. Thank you for reading off the letters from your fans and showing us these cheesy movies. I wonder if he's going to think tonight's film is cheesy.
Probably.
Yeah, I like it. And we look forward to every Saturday to see what you will show next. Call from Utah. P.S. What happened to the ghost lady in the painting? We haven't seen her in a while. Well, she's there every week. She's just been staying in the painting. Have you seen her pop out?
Not lately.
No, I think she's cross with me.
I know she's cross with you.
You're always cross. She's not always cross. In any case, maybe we'll see her pop out again soon. Thanks for riding, Carl. Next up, sir.
A little packet from Sacramento.
A little packet from Sacramento?
I believe so.
It came Amazon Prime. Oh, I know what this is. A gift for you. Enjoy your gift for your hair that needs poof from Michelle. It's dry shampoo.
Ah.
No. I use like 2 of these in my hair before every show. So it'll be nice to have an extra. Thank you so much, Michelle. And next up, Mr. Livingston.
We have a box.
Oh, are you faking this, or is it really heavy?
A box from Idaho, Boise.
Idaho, Boise. Oh, it is somewhat rather heavy. I'm going to take the letter out and give it to you-know-whom. Miss Muffet in the red chair. And this is from the Hanzels in Boise, Idaho. Is that 2 from Idaho tonight?
No.
Wasn't Carl from Idaho? Or no, Carl was Utah.
Carl was Utah.
All right. Dear Creature Features, thank you for your show. We enjoy watching it. Here are some Idaho Spud bars as our way of saying thank you. This Boise, Idaho candy company has been in business for a long time. Enjoy a taste of Idaho, the Hensel family. Look at this.
They look like potatoes.
No, that's chocolate, right?
Chocolate potatoes.
Oh, how wonderful. You know who's going to love those is Andrew. I'm going to try one as well. Thank you so much, Hansels. I hope things are going well in Boise. Have you ever been to Boise?
I have not.
It's a nice place. And it's not just potatoes they do there. They make chocolates as well.
And corn.
And corn. Well, corn's nice. I'll just put this there. That's it for mail. If you'd like to send us mail of your own by email, send it to the address you see appearing over here. Or if you'd like to send us a big box of Chockies, send it to the address you see right here. Let's get back to the movie, but when we come back, we'll have Mr. Brian Forster with us again. Don't go away. Welcome to Creature Features. If you are just joining us, I really don't know what to say. You're bloody late. But that's all right, because we've got Brian Forster. He was Chris on the Partridge Family. Did they ever call you Christopher?
Once in a while.
That'd be
You know,
cool.
it's kind of like when you're bad, they say,
Oh,
Christopher.
right. Yes.
Yeah, like that.
No, yeah, I know what that's like. Because I used to go by Vince, and when my mother was cross with me, she'd go, Vincent. And she would put an E on the end, and I knew I was in trouble. Mm-hmm. Anyways, Partridge Family. So you had siblings, pseudo-siblings on that show. David Cassidy, how was he to work with?
Oh, David, he was great. Right. I don't know how David did it. You know, he'd go off and do concerts on the weekends, come back, shoot the show all week, and then back to concerts. So, but, you know, one year it was funny. He gave gifts. He didn't have time to get his own gifts. He had assistants do that.
Right.
So we all get our gifts, including the kids, and I got a nice bottle of scotch. And I'm 12 years old. And my mom goes to David and said, David, do you realize what you gave the kids? And all of a sudden he went, oh, I am so sorry. And he didn't realize. He went out and bought a little Swiss Army knife for me specifically.
How nice.
Yeah, it was good.
Have you ever been in the Swiss Army?
I have not.
You know, I'm thinking of joining.
I was on the back row.
No, I'm thinking of joining just to get one of those knives.
Yeah.
I understand they give everybody a free knife if you join the Swiss Army, and you don't have to go to war because they never go to war. All right, so that was David Cassidy, Keith. What about Danny?
Oh, Danny. Well, everybody knows Danny was a little out of control, a little hellion, you know.
Now that's his character, but what about the actor?
Oh no, I'm talking in person.
Oh, same. It's the same. There's daylight between the two, eh?
Yeah, it's probably more so off camera than he was on camera.
Really?
So, yeah, we were shooting a musical number on top of the bus, right? And the bus top is not very big. And he got pissed off at me, and he wanted to push me off the bus.
Push you off the bloody roof of the bus?
Yes.
That's like a 10-foot drop, is it not?
It is. So soon
you could have died.
Telling me.
Oh, my goodness.
So they hired a recreation director to make sure that he was looked after and he wouldn't get out of control.
So it's more like a Danny director, right?
A Danny director,
right.
That's it.
No, that makes sense. Why in God's name would he want to push you off the top of the bus?
Oh, I don't know. I pissed him off somehow. I don't know how, but
he
must not have hit the drums just right that day.
Right. No. Well, sometimes those redheads are a little angry, I've noticed.
Yeah, you got to look out for them.
Sometimes. Did he actually play?
No, he did not.
He faked it.
In fact...
it was a bass, was it not?
A bass, yeah.
Right.
And early on, I guess David Cassidy turned to him and said, you don't strum a bass, you pluck it.
Right.
So, there you go. You learn to, okay, pluck. Oh, that's how you play, sort of.
You know, I mean, the bass, it's not an easy instrument to play correctly, but it is an easy instrument to fake.
Yeah,
Right,
I would
is it
think
not?
so. Yeah. And having taken up guitar later, I love to give bass player hard times. Like, well, you only have 4 strings.
That's right.
You know, how hard can it
Yeah.
be?
You could say the same thing to most banjo players as well.
True.
Right.
True.
All right, well, let's say we get back to this film, and when we come back, I want to hear some of the history, because you've got some famous people in your lineage, and I want to hear all about them.
Okay.
All right, off we go back to Satan's Triangle, and bad things are about to happen, so be careful. See you soon.
Hi, this is Maria from New Orleans. I'm just sitting here watching you guys do Night of the Living Dead, having a blast on a Saturday night, just chilling and watching you guys. Thanks for being so much fun. Bye.
Oh, we're back. Hello, welcome back to the show. If you're just joining us, we are watching Satan's Triangle with Brian Forster. Brian, did you know that Alejandro Rey, who plays the priest in this film, he was the priest in Flying Nun?
I thought he looked familiar.
He was nicer on that show than he is in this one, I think.
Yeah.
And he was also the nephew of the priest in The Exorcist.
He played the nephew of the priest.
He played the nephew of the priest in The Exorcist.
Amazing.
I don't remember him in that one.
I kind of do.
Do you?
I kind of remember, yeah.
I need to watch that film
But-
again. Have you ever met Linda Blair?
No, I've not.
She's the tiniest.
She
She's
is?
smaller than Tangella.
Uh-huh.
No, I met her once. She's a very nice lady, but she's so tiny. No wonder that Satan was able to overtake her.
But don't get her mad. She'll make her head spin around. We don't like that.
Well, when she's possessed. Anyways, you pulled this off your wall for us.
I did.
And this is wonderful. This is photos given to you by
Margaret Hamilton.
Margaret Hamilton, and most of you will know her as the woman who played the witch,
Wicked Witch of the West.
Wicked Witch of the West in Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz,
Right.
absolutely.
And she signed these to you, and these are actual prints from the film.
So she was on the Partridge Family once, played the part of Reuben Kincaid's mother, and
Oh, wow.
she signed those for me, and you can see that she signed them to me. They aren't just generic.
Yeah, these are wonderful. So it's got shots of her melting. Is this her melting?
That's the melting scene,
my
yes.
Goodness, wow, these are amazing shots. Now, I love her. You know, she was on Sesame Street once.
I did not know that.
She was on Sesame Street once, and I believe she was even dressed as a witch. And I don't think most of the viewers probably understood the significance
No,
of
probably not.
having somebody like that on the show. Anyways, speaking of which, you have some famous people in your background.
I do.
Dickens.
Yes.
Tell me about this.
my great-great-great-grandfather, Charles Dickens.
My goodness.
Yeah. So you've heard
I've
of
read
him.
all of his books.
Yes.
Yes. No, I've seen all of his movies.
Yes.
No,
and,
he's actually quite a wonderful film producer.
he does amazing things.
No, over Christmas we showed, what was it?
Christmas Carol.
Christmas Carol
Yeah.
with, what was it?
George C. Scott.
George C. Scott. Have you seen this one?
I have.
It's a wonderful production.
My favorite is with Alistair Sim playing Scrooge. He was so
This
good.
would be the one from the 30s?
Now, 1949, I think it
49,
was.
right.
51, somewhere in there.
Right.
But, and, Charles Dickens was actually an actor as well as a writer. So,
That would make sense. He wrote for actors.
Mm-hmm.
So some nice dialogue. So did you ever get the writing bug yourself?
No, not, well, yes, a little bit, but
No?
his kind of writing is so beyond me. I couldn't do that. But I have acted in several of, like Christmas Carol.
Oh, you have?
I have.
What role?
I played young Scrooge.
Young
The
Scrooge,
middle
right.
one when he leaves Belle when he's
Right.
not sure and basically goes, "Oh, I want the money," and takes
Right,
off.
right.
I also played the nephew who comes in and goes, "Oh, good morning to you, sir.
right.
Merry Christmas."
Right.
To lead him to go,
How
"Bah,
fun."
humbug." The rest of the story goes.
Oh, now you got to do Scrooge.
I need to do Scrooge.
You need to do
Yes.
Scrooge. You need to cover the whole thing.
Yes.
So besides him, Whit Bissell is related to you as
He
well.
is my stepfather. Yes.
Stepfather. We show so many Whit Bissell films. He's been in I cannot count how many times I've seen that man's name appear in a movie we've shown.
I'd say probably at least once a week I'll hear his voice on the TV and I go, "Oh, which movie is it this time?"
Wow.
So.
Wow.
And he was a wonderful man too.
Right.
He's a real gentleman.
Right, right. And then Alan Napier.
Alan Napier,
This is
my grandfather,
was
Alfred on
Batman. The Batman, the good Batman show.
the TV one.
I
yep.
don't like the movies.
I'm not crazy about him either.
No, but the show, the series, I love that one. I think he was the best Alfred.
Oh, I think so too, but I'm biased, So what can I
Right.
say?
No, I'm not biased, and I think he was the most talented Alfred.
Now he was also in a movie called The Mole People from the 50s.
We looked into getting that one. Next time we have you on, we'll have that film.
Okay.
No, that'd be a good one. I don't know why we haven't shown the Mole People. Maybe it's because we have a mole issue back here. It happens.
Yeah,
No, it's too much.
bad memories.
All right, what do you say we get back to this film?
Let's do that.
And when we come back, I want to talk about your race car driving
Okay.
career.
Sounds good.
All right, off we go back to Satan's Triangle. Don't go away, it gets better, right? I hope, maybe. I don't know. Bye.
Hello, this is Mr. Livingston. It would appear I have been tasked with requesting you to help our show financially by visiting our Patreon page. Your generosity will help us keep Creature Features on the air. With only a few dollars a month from you, your kindness will allow us to continue creating new entertainment for your viewing pleasure each and every week. And if you have the desire to give more, you might even receive a gift from Tangela. I think not. Please visit the website below to learn more. Thank you.
Brian, I'm thinking this whole Devil's Triangle business, Bermuda Triangle, if they would simply put some buoys out that said, "Don't go here, the devil, you might be deviled by the devil."
It makes total sense. Put it on the chart. Don't go here.
No, and that with today's technology, they could put it on GPS-type maps.
Yeah.
Right?
They could have little drones that go around and protect the perimeter.
That's even better. No, not only could they protect the perimeter, but they could watch for Satan and say, "Hey, Satan's over here.
That's
Don't
right.
go
Go
there."
away. Go
Right,
away.
Right. No, I think they should do that. Anyways, welcome back. We are with Brian Forster. If you're just joining us, he was Chris on the Partridge Family. But I want to talk now about your racing career.
Yes.
How did you get into cars?
Well, it started on the streets of Mulholland Drive in the Hollywood Hills, really.
Right.
But I figured out pretty quick that if I wanted to live, I might want to move to a racetrack. But I started with something called autocrossing, which is where you run around a parking lot through cones and they time it.
Right.
So you're not racing against people, you're racing against the clock.
Right.
But then it transitioned into race car driving where I'm really on the track, and that was it. I was hooked.
Right.
So I've raced so many different kinds of cars over the years. Then I became a professional driving instructor. And I've done new car introduction programs. I've traveled to Japan to do the last program I did for Toyota. Anyway, I've done a lot of these programs.
Nice.
So,
Nice. So, do you have a preferred vehicle?
so I mostly do formula cars. Those are
Right.
the single-seat, open-wheel cars, kind of like a small Indy car.
Right.
And love those. They're the sensation of speed when you're this far off the
Right.
ground is
Right.
pretty good.
No, those are amazing cars. And you were doing this out here at Sears Point, which is now called, what's it called now?
No,
Sonoma?
it's called Sonoma Raceway.
Sonoma
Yeah.
Raceway, right.
Yeah, so yeah, I first went there in 1983 in a race, and the track was not developed. I mean, I was paddocked out in the dirt, and it's nothing like it is now.
Right.
But then I became a professional instructor for the Bondurant School, then the Skip
Nice.
Barber School, and yeah, I've made and then I had a shop out there even. I owned a
My
prep shop,
goodness.
so
Wow. So you're mechanically inclined as well.
I am.
Nice.
Yeah, you got a prize? Does your car need fixing?
Well, no,
or
my
anything?
Bentley needs a tune-up, but I don't know if that's in your
Well,
wheelhouse.
Yeah, probably not. But
Nice. It's a W12.
yes, the W12.
The W12. No,
If there's a way of making it more complicated, Bentley will do it.
No, it's nice. You'd lift the hood, and there's nothing to see except metal, a big piece of metal.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't even change the oil on it if I wanted to.
Well,
I should
we
learn
have
how.
people to do that.
That's right. You have people.
Yes.
Anyways, so what do you say we get back to the end of this film and find out what you're doing next afterwards?
All right.
All right, off we go to the end of Satan's Triangle. Don't go away after the credits, because we'll be sitting here wondering where you went. Tangella's going to be sitting right here wondering where you went. It would just be rude if they left at the end of the credits of the movie.
It would be very rude.
That's right. So we'll see you right after the credits. Don't go away, and we'll see you soon.
This is Livingston, and you're watching Creature Features. Stay tuned.
You know, I need to borrow some of your hairspray. She never uses it, so it's all right. Anyways, welcome back. That wraps up Satan's Triangle. Did you expect any of that to occur?
No, that came right out of the triangle.
No, it's like, I did not know Satan can jump from people to people to people. But I suppose if you're Satan, if you're the Prince of Darkness, you can accomplish things like this.
You do
right?
almost anything.
That's right. Would you like the film? She liked it last time we showed it. So, you know what's funny about me is I never remember these films. No,
really?
It's like I can watch the same film over and over. It's like a new film to me. I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's a brain disorder from having amplifiers on too loud.
Oh, that's
Right.
that almost happened to me.
All right, well, fun movie. We'll show it again someday, maybe in 2-3 years. That tends to be our record of repeating a film. But what's up next for you?
Well, racing season's about to start.
Racing, yes.
Yeah. We talked about Sonoma Raceway
That's
earlier.
right. That's right. You're
Pretty
going to spend
soon.
some time out there.
Doing some more laps.
How fun!
Yeah.
How fun! You know, I need to try this. Is it complicated?
It can be, yes.
Right. There's
But
lots
I'm
of
sure
different
you can
dials
handle
on
it, you know.
You think I could do it?
Oh, yeah.
Well, I know a trainer,
Uh,
right? An
perfect.
official driving instructor
Yes.
from the Bob Bondurant School. And what was the second one you did?
The Skip Barber School.
Skip Barber.
Yes.
Which was better?
Well, I don't know. Neither one of them are paying me. but-
Whichever one had you as an instructor was the best one.
Well, they
So
both did.
it
So
changed. No, but
what-
it changed.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Anyway,
Right.
yeah. They're both good, but Bondurant's not around anymore, so there you go.
That's right. That's right. All right. Well, thank you so much, Brian, for coming on and telling us about the Partridge Family and watching this silly movie with us. And next time you're in town, do come say hello, have tea,
Of course.
and maybe we'll have...
One lump of sugar. That's all I need.
Oh, no, we'll do that. And then perhaps we can get that film that your relative was in.
Yes, the mole.
That'll be nice. That'll be nice. All right, thank you again. As far as you guys go, thank you for staying up late and watching this movie with us. I appreciate it when you come, and I think Tangelo does as well. Livingston, not so much, but he's actually a nice guy, and he does enjoy your company most of the time. So have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and don't forget, we love you. See you next time. So, Brian, I'm thinking someday there might be another Partridge Family reunion of some kind, and you might need somebody to fill in on guitar.
You're no David Cassidy.